everyone, this is Jenny Gibbons of Woodsy Studio, and today I'm going to start sort of a casual series about the game design process in visual novels. So today I want to talk about visually designing characters for a visual novel and the overall process that you might want to go through when you're designing your characters. So the first stage is, of course, making, that first initial design draft. So this could still be pretty much a sketch form. You might want to clean it up a little bit, but the idea is to try something out. And while you're in this phase, what's really, really helpful is to look at a lot of other visual novels or maybe other artistic media that you find inspiring and think about styles that you might want to emulate. When you look at things like line thickness in a sprite, do you want like thick black lines around the sprite or really thin ones, maybe even sketchy ones? So the next thing you'd want to look at is shading styles. You can do like hard shading where the shadows have a very clean, hard edge. This is like what you'll see in a lot of anime, for instance. You can also do soft shading, where you have like a, soft blended shadow. I will tell you now that clean shadows with hard edges generally lead to better results in terms of giving like a cleaner look and also helping you, like if you have a lot of different layers in a sprite, it's easier to put them together with hard edges a lot of the times. That's what I have found. But you'll still want to make that decision early on while you're thinking about your design, so how you want to shade them. Another thing is color scheme. So you could play with different colors you might want to use to evoke a certain mood in the game. And you generally want to make a color scheme that you'll use, like a palette for the characters, and a slightly different one that you'll use for the environment. That'll give you a way to have the characters contrast with the background if there's a slightly different color scheme. But you do want them to go well together. So, early in this draft phase, you might want to play with a few different styles for your characters with shading, line weight, and colors. Once you have a draft, it's a really good idea to try and share it around with other people you know. It could be casual friends and family. It could be like maybe at a meetup of some sort, show it around. However, you can just get some feedback. I would definitely try and give yourself a little time to do this before you're completely moving forward with a design. Because it's really helpful to see what people think, what's the mood that it evokes, what do they think of this character when they look at it, and you'll find you might want to go back and change things based on those reactions you get. So give yourself a little time to do that, collect feedback. Social media online, of course, is another great way to get feedback. If you can even share it on Tumblr or Twitter or anything like that. So that concludes the first stage of character design, which is the drafting phase. And next up, I'll talk about creating different layers for your sprites once you're ready to move forward, and then expressions and poses for the sprite. If you enjoyed this video and would like to learn more about my game development process, check out my studio's Patreon, Woodsy Studio, where you can watch the ongoing development of our current game and see weekly blog posts about our development process.